way for another generation to learn about a previous generation is to explore that history and to see that history.
I was in G Company, 114th Infantry. This is a Western Union message my mother received December 15th, 1944. I regret to inform your son was seriously wounded in action in France, December 7th.
So as a second lieutenant, 25 years old, I find myself in charge of an airplane armed with 2 nuclear weapons.
I was stationed in Saigon for 6 months, and we were in a situation where we were always watching. You never knew when someone was going to come by and shoot or throw a grenade.
We deployed to Saudi Arabia in December of 1990. There are many good memories or bad memories, but not a day goes by I don't think about that in some way or another, good or bad.
It's the people that you and I walk past on the street every day of our lives. They are veterans. And those men and those women, they all have a story.
And this is the only center in the region that really allows all of those veterans to kind of have a home, and that's here at the Bong Veterans Historical Center.
We have to recognize the fact that people are out there making sacrifices for us, and we have to retain that history.
What I would hope people would come away from here is really an appreciation to what these people who have gone before us have given of their lives, their time, their efforts, and how most of them did it so willingly.
Guys and gals who were there, they give our artifacts, these 7,000 or 8,000 items, they give them a voice.
We need to pay tribute. We need to respect. We need to reflect on the 40-some million people during the course of the history of the United States that have given small and very ultimate large sacrifices to keep this country free.
I think it's easy for people to forget. War is not good, but war is what preserved our freedom.
You say cheese, you guys? Cheese! Cheese!
Education is the heart of our mission. We want to be able to make some connections with young people.
We're also sending an educator and educators out to schools in the area to educate them about the history of the veterans from their area and the sacrifices they've made.
We want it to be something that they can understand, that there is a price to be paid in many ways for the lives that we enjoy.
And to have an actual World War II veteran, speak to them, it's amazing to watch how engaged they are in listening and asking questions. And I always tell them ahead of time how lucky they are, to be able to have that opportunity, because those people aren't going to be around forever.
I believe that this is extremely unique to the area, and the area is really broad-reaching.
Duluth to Superior to Michigan to the Dakotas. So it's a regional veteran center, and I think that is quite unique in America.
In terms of quality, it's right up there with some of the best museums in the U.S., if not the world. The heart that goes into this museum is fantastic.
It's a center for the ages. It's a center not just for Superior, but for all that wish to come here and for America.
Well, I think in the original context of when the center first opened, it was about the memory and honoring World War II veterans, and more notably Richard Bong. And I think over the course of time, the museum evolved.
Before it had only been World War II, now we collect from the World War II era forward.
It's there for everyone. It's there for all of the conflicts, World War II and since, and it honors all the veterans. And that really has been a huge transformation.
And I think what a great opportunity to come to the Bong Center, walk in the door, be greeted by a veteran who's eager to tell you the story and who's eager to take you around the center and to give you that guided personal tour, and there's something to be said for that.
It's impressive, all the wonderful people and things that we do. We don't hear enough about it.
We get people who live here their whole lives, haven't come because people take their local museums for granted. They say things like, I had no idea what was here.
you should come here and check it out for yourself, because I think once you're here and you see what we're doing here and what this place is all about, you're going to be a supporter.
At the end of the day, the Bong Veteran Center needs your support.
The center cannot maintain itself just on the people who walk through the door. That's just not enough.
To the extent that people can help us, and it can be in the form of volunteerism, it can be in the form of gifting of artifacts.
People who honor their relatives by buying a tile for the tile wall, and then suddenly they're a stakeholder here. They care about what we do, they pay attention to what we do, they let us know what they'd like to see us do.
We all need to work together in order to preserve the history that this facility tries so hard to do, and that we all have to be part of that in order for its perpetuity. We have to wrap our arms around it, we have to support it, we have to engage it, we have to contribute.
History is something that if you let it go away, you'll never get it back.
We got to make sure that these memories aren't lost. Not only are they preserved, but they're enhanced for future generations to see.
History, you know, the whole part of the word is story. And that's really what I think the focus is here.
Never forget where we came from and what we've been through, whether it was good or bad, is very important in our history.
The freedoms that we enjoy today are paid for by the hard work and sacrifice and blood, and we can't give that away. We have to protect it.
It's critical that we constantly remind ourselves of what our country has been through to get where we are today. We can't forget about that.
When it comes to the freedom of America, when it comes to celebrating, recognizing, and embracing that very freedom, it brings us all back home.
The impression that it leaves on its visitors is important to everybody, and that doesn't have an age limit.
I think we've done a wonderful job, but the mission's not over yet. There's more to do.
I think once you come here, you're going to want to help this place.
Come here and see it for yourself.